There we go. We are recording. And hopefully, if any other members join, I will see the notification. I like this so much better. Do you guys like this better? You know what? Also, remind me when I come to you to do your reading, remind me if you want to record. Because if you are on your computer or your tablet, then, no, wait, not your tablet. If you're on your computer or your laptop, then you can record your session right to your computer. I just have to allow you to record it. So I'll do that before I come to you. And if you don't want to record it yourself, I'll always upload this entire video to YouTube and my website afterwards. Fair enough? You guys come with energy today. Holy. Okay, so let's just get into it. I'm going to call Michelle first. She's at work, so she just is trying to time crunch here. Is this Michelle? Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. Oops. Hopefully you guys can hear this okay. Hopefully. Hi, is this Michelle?
Yeah, hi Tracy.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to see for 1 second. Can you guys hear her on the phone? Awesome. This is awesome, Michelle. I'm loving this new system. So cool. Okay, but you're not on it yet. So I'm going to read for you and pretend this camera's not there.
Sorry?
I said, I'm going to read for you like I always do and just pretend this camera's not there for a minute.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. I just got this new toy and I want to play with it so bad, but you won't let me. That's okay. All right. Are you ready to do this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to close your eyes and put both feet flat on the floor. When I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body. And then I want you to blow it straight through the phone at me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, so two energies competing, very interesting. There's a third over there as well. Okay, slow down. So you're used to the phrase the puzzle dump, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Here's what's going on. I got two males competing for attention. I know the one. I know his name now, Kyle. I can recognize his energy like that. He's first here in the gate, and the way he makes me feel is that he gets to go first because he's the dad. So he's got dibs. But then the father figure above you, and I don't think this is dad. I think this is like uncle or something like that, because I don't think it's dad. It's like to the side, but above you as well. Your uncle.
My uncle, yeah.
I thought so. He's like teasing wise competing with Kyle. He's like, kid, not today. Get out of the way. It's my turn today. And then I see the grandmother figure that's over here, and she does go one above. So I almost wonder if this is great grandma. I'm not sure. But I'm hearing daddy's hands, which is my symbol for father figure, or somebody who's on dad's side of the family. And I feel like, so hold on a second. This uncle that we're talking about, is this on dad's side of the family as well?
On dad's side?
Yeah.
My dad?
Yeah, I thought so. Because they're all coming forward and putting the weight. See, now they're laughing at Kyle. Ha ha, we went first. Sucks to be you. Oh my gosh. And they're putting the white blanket around your dad's shoulders. Now, the white blanket is my symbol for watching over somebody who has health or stress issues. Do you understand that?
Yeah, he's not doing very well.
They know. That's why they're stepping forward. And his mom is on the other side, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, she's showing me thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And when I ask her for what, she shows me in general, everybody has been trying to come together and help. Everybody has just been trying to do what they can. Does that make sense?
For my dad, you mean?
Yes.
Some of us. Yeah. Like I'm far away, so there's nothing that I can do.
That's not true. That's why she's saying this. Now when you say some of us, I start laughing because she says, well, potato, potato. Is how I heard her say that, because what you think is not helping is still helping, right? So even if you are a distance or a space away, you can call every week and check on dad, right? You can offer emotional support, you can offer flowers, you can send money, you could do all different types of things energetically that does make a difference, right?
Yeah, I do call him every week.
And that's why your grandma is saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you have to give yourself some credit for that, because if you keep telling yourself, I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing anything, if something happened to dad, let's just say his time came and he transitioned, you're going to feel like you dropped the ball and you didn't. Do you understand?
Yeah.
She just showed me the rose and she's taken me to May. That's my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or something that happens once a year. Who's got the birthday or the anniversary in May?
It's my husband and I's anniversary in May.
There you go. She's like, do it, do it, do it. And I'm like, what are we doing it? And she's like, they are going. They need to go. They need to go and do. I don't know. I don't know what this is. You're planning something, but you're not planning it. It feels like you've half-assed vibration.
Going away for our 5th-year anniversary, and of course, it got canceled because of COVID.
So I still feel like you're supposed to do something. So here's the thing. Maybe that trip was postponed. But it's interesting because I was just talking about this in my tarot card readings that I did earlier. And that is that just because something that path was blocked off doesn't mean that you're not supposed to go somewhere or do something.
Yeah, we both still took the week off.
Yeah, because you're supposed to go somewhere and do something. And God's lining it up for you. You might not be able to see it yet, but God sees it. Your loved ones see it. And as long as you are in alignment, which it feels like you are, because your energy is flowing really well, Michelle, I have to tell you. And as long as you stay in that energy of going with the flow, it's just going to appear in front of you. And it's going to be like, wow, how incredible is this that we both just happened to have the week off? How incredible is this that it just landed in our laps at this exact moment and at this exact time? And that's going to be that's going to be an answer to your prayer. It's a sign that you are exactly where you need to be.
That would be cool.
Just relax a little bit in the card energies that were coming up earlier. And your grandma, I have to say, is taking a front seat today. She doesn't usually take the front seat, but I feel like she's pushing the guys out of the way, and she's like, listen, my turn today.
Yeah, she hasn't really come through much.
Yeah,
since she passed.
you know, I think that's just out of respect, just so you know, because she knows that your son needs to connect with his dad a lot. So she's tried to keep his space. But now this is about you moving yourself forward, right? And so she's telling you that you've done so good up until now that of changing that old past story, right? You stopped telling yourself that old story and you started telling yourself a new story. That's whatever story you're telling is what direction you're moving in. So now what I mean by that is when you call your friends and your family and you're talking with your people in your life, what stories are you telling? Are you telling them all the stuff that pisses you off and frustrates you and blocks you and whatnot? Because if you are, then you're taking all that stuff and you're putting it in your future. But I feel you moving out of that energy, to be honest, Michelle. I feel you moving out of that energy and to you are. This is why she's saying stop to him. That's interesting. That's why she put the white blanket around dad's shoulders and said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody is coming together and helping. And you're like, well, not everybody. And she's like, yeah, you are. But you have to give yourself credit, because if you don't give yourself credit for the small steps, you're not going to be inspired to make the big ones, right? You're doing a better job than you think you are. The only thing you could do better is to just be happier with where you are. And that's easier said than done sometimes when you really want something over here so bad. It's like, but I want to be there, not here. Think about it as that you are on the plane to your favorite destination. You're not there yet, but it's a 20-hour ride, but you're on your way. And if you can get into that vibration of it, sorry, my phone is annoying.
That's okay.
If you can get into that vibration of it, then you're going to just get so excited. And the more excited you are, the quicker that reality comes. Interesting. They just showed me a split path. Interesting. What does this mean? It feels like around you and your husband. You no, I'm not saying that's not what I meant. I didn't mean separation. That's so not what I meant. It feels more like career, to be honest with you. Feels like one of these situations where you have to go apart to come back together. I don't know what that means.
I have two jobs. I work during the week in an accounting department, which is going really well. But I had to close off my mobile hairstyling business for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that has something to do with it, but
No. Kind of, but no. Because it's something about your husband's business has to veer over here. Somebody is going to be, so when you say you close down your mobile business, that's opposite of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like we're going to have to separate for work for a little bit and then come back together. So I don't know if that means that somebody, yeah, it feels like around your husband, like he doesn't travel for work.
no.
There's some type of travel coming in here around him. And if it's not actual physical traveling, then he's going to be doing something a little bit outside of the norm of what he normally does for a little while. And then it comes back into alignment with your energy. Something where it's like, how do I explain this? Almost like he's going to be working more hours, or there's, I don't know how to explain this. Something.
He's been working crazy hours.
Yeah, it's taking him away from the family. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like the way I see the energy is like it parts and then it comes back together. But it's like it has to do this for now in order to get to the part where we come back together. That this is happening for you, not to you. So if you've been feeling like, is this never going to end? Is he ever going to come back? Like, am I ever going to see my husband again? They're showing me this is about to end. Like I keep hearing April, May, April, May, April, May. Actually, around May, that taking that week off is going to really help the two of you get realigned is the word I would use, to your heart center and off of the stress, because you've both been thinking a lot about the stress and you got to stop doing that. That's what she keeps saying. Stop beating the stress drum, because then you're getting the vibrations of the stress drum in your life. Stop telling people you're stressed. Start telling people you're excited. And when they're like, for what? You just say, oh, well, I built up this whole life over here. They'll be like, well, where is it? And you'll be like, you can't see it yet. I know it's there. It's coming. Don't worry about it. And you'll be floating on this happy bubble. And the more you are happy, the more your cup runneth over. The more your cup runneth over, it spills onto everybody around you. The happier you make everyone around you, the happier they want to make you. And it's a constant cycle that goes around. Whatever this is, just know that all this effort, because I do see you buckling down from now until your anniversary, just know that all your loved ones are on the other side, including Kyle, who steps back for a bit. I think the boy's doing really good right now. That's what he said. He called him the boy. Doing really good and gives him a thumbs up. And he's like, this, Dad's kind of watching over him and helping him with stuff right now, so you can focus on what you got to do. But clean up your thoughts. Stop telling yourself that the little stuff doesn't matter and start giving yourself credit for that. Slow that down. And then she your grandma kissed your cheek, and hold on a second. She told me to say that again. She's like, tell her again that he's okay. Could you please? I think you're so used to worrying about your boy. You're so used to worrying about him that you forgot what it feels like to just let him thrive. And it's almost like, when the only energy I can compare it to is like when we have our first child, because I got 4 and this only usually happens with the first, trust me. Yeah. You have that first kid and you don't want to let it out of your sight. You don't trust anyone with it. It's like, no, mine, right? But the second that you are able to trust somebody else and get out of the house and not think about him 24/7 and just know that he's okay, right? It's kind of like that same energy. I feel like you're trying to convince yourself that he's okay and stop focusing on that worry and allow yourself to focus on where you're going and the joys in your life. Because I promise you, you can't get stressed enough to help somebody feel less stressed. You can't get poor enough to help somebody thrive. You can't get sick enough to help somebody feel better. The only way you can help somebody is from a position of strength. And you are that boy's strength. So as long as he knows mom is good and mom has got, a good attitude and she's all excited and she's got this energy of life is good, then he is naturally going to absorb that. But you guys were baking in that stress for a long time around the things that were going on with him. And Kyle is saying, babe, just trust that I got this now. Just trust that I got this. You're doing a better job than you think. He's going to be just fine. Especially now that we've got the spring coming up because he's an outdoor kid. He just wants to get outside.
He is, yeah.
Dad's like, I'm watching him. Don't you worry. Your only job right now is to get happy. Oh gosh, and he's being inappropriate. He goes, whatever way you can get happy, babe. Hint, hint, whatever way. Sorry, just the messenger. They're pulling their energy back, but one more thing, just so you know, when they're pulling their energy back, they just showed me that when that energy comes back in, that alignment between you and your husband, it comes with a bunch of money. So if you've been waiting on money for something, or maybe that's like, oh, we won't be going away unless there's money coming, well, then there's money coming, because that's what she's showing me, is that when you guys come back into alignment, there is a bunch of money there. It feels like harvest time. Like that's when you will be receiving the fruits of your labor that you've been working so hard for right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Vibrationally create it. Get clearer in your vibrational creation, because when you say a little bit, the only reason that you can only see that a little bit is because you're so focused on what is right now, right? Stop it, because everything right now is past tense. Everything that we see in our physical reality is past tense. Everything in the vibrational reality is current. Think about it. If I have a thought and I'm like, oh, I'm going to invent this new pen, for example, that's instant now, right? By the time that pen actually is manifested and produced in a physical form, that is a past tense vibration that we've been carrying around for a while, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get your vibration going into the vibrational future of where you want to go, and let go of the stuff you don't want to go, and watch your life align you with it quicker than you could ever imagine. And you've been working on that slowly but surely. Now I want you to do it faster. I know, I'm not easy, right? Just do it faster. And what I mean by that is find something, force yourself, parent yourself, give yourself something to do every single day that is for you and you alone. And if that means that you take 10 minutes in your room and you just have 10-minute meditation or focused thought where you visualize yourself in your future, living your future, and then you come back out into your world, whatever. If that's all you can master, then do that. But do whatever you can every single day to make sure that there's something that keeps you happy, because that happiness is what is creating your future going forward. And you've had enough stress, no more. I'm just telling you right now, they're screaming at me really loud that stress is over.
It's been a rough couple of years.
I know. But you're on the tail end of that. You are absolutely, whatever this work you've been doing vibrationally is going to, it's kind of like, put it this way, when somebody gets pregnant, okay, when we get pregnant, we don't have the baby the next day, right? We have to do a bunch of gestation. And it gets to the point where that gestation becomes extraordinarily uncomfortable. All we want to do is get that friggin' thing out. And that takes some pain and a little bit of discomfort sometimes. But as soon as that child is out, the joy is there and the pain is gone. That's where you are. You are just in that gestational stage, but you are in like month 8. You understand? You are almost there. You're almost there. Keep that thought in your head. No hope. I know.
Was there, out of curiosity, this weekend I feel might be a tough one for my son. So just wondering if there's any messages for that.
He said, get him outside. Why do you think he's like, hello? Did you hear anything you said, Tracy? I'm with him. I'm watching over him. Get him outside. You don't have to worry about him. See, I don't always know why they say the things that they say, but when you said that, it's the anniversary of his passing, isn't it?
It's his birthday, actually.
There you go. It's something connected to Dad. So what you do to help him deal with this better is you take him somewhere and do something with him that will make him feel Dad's presence, not his loss. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So if him and Dad used to play basketball, take him out, put on those basketball shorts, and then he goes, do it. And you know what I mean? Whatever Dad would do with him or something that would make him feel Dad's energy, do that.
Okay.
And it'll be an amazing day because Kyle will be with you all day and you will feel him. So will he. Oh, he's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And he does love you. I hope that this was helpful.
It was, thank you.
You're very welcome. You have a great rest of your day, okay, hon?
You too, thanks, Tracy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love spirit, you guys. Okay. Turn that off. All right. I don't know who I'm going to go to here. I'm just going to close my eyes for a second, you guys. It's easier to see them this way. Okay, Jenny, I'm going to you. Here's the thing. You have some cloudy emotion around you, or you have some cloudy energy around you. And you've probably heard me talk about that grief or anxiety before as like a distortion in the energy. So as soon as I connect to you, I can feel that distortion all around. But it's in a good way, almost like the winds of change. Is your microphone still muted? You can unmute me now. That's okay.
There we go.
Perfect. So do you understand that turbulent anxiety that I'm feeling all around? Feels like you're almost on the other end of that, though. I'll be honest with you. So give me a second. All right. So now when I close my eyes, as we are clearing through some of that, I've got two energies stepping forward. One, I'm hearing mama, 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 really loud. So you don't have a child on the other side, do you? I didn't.
No.
This
Well,
figure. Your mom is on the other side?
no.
So as I'm saying this, I'm still getting the grief or anxiety, and I'm here. When I said your mom is on the other side, you know what I heard? Let me make my voice deeper. Mom, 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 mom. I got a guy screaming, mom, 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 mom. So this is either her father or her husband. I'm not sure who this is to her. But again, there's grief or anxiety around this.
My dad, my sister.
Okay. So this is Dad screaming. That actually makes more sense. When you say dad and sister, I thought at first it was Dad, because he lowered his voice so I could hear it was a man, right? But I think originally I heard your sister, which is why I thought this was a female, that it was Mom. But what I know for sure is they're screaming, Mom, 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 Mom. Then I see distance or space. That's my symbol for somebody who's either a distance away from you, emotionally, physically. Hold this down. And again, worry. Are you worried about Mom? Do you understand what they're talking about?
Mom's going to be looking into transitioning, moving, doing a move, but I'm not really worried about her. I don't think. A little bit worried about my situation around here, but Mom, yeah.
So that actually helps me because anxiety and stuff distorts the energy a little bit. So what happens sometimes when that happens is I kind of squish messages together and I can make two messages one. But if and so if you understand that yes, Mom's moving, and yes, there is a little bit of stress or anxiety over that move, but most of it's over here, that's exactly what and they're talking about both things. So first, let's start with Mom, because Dad and your sister, they're not really validating how they passed. I got to be honest with you. They're coming together like this, though, and I feel the heart going around the two of them, which is my symbol for healing and relief to be together. Do you understand that? I do feel like a deepening of the relationship, were they not as close here in the physical world, or why is dad showing me so much relief to be reunited?
My dad's been gone for 23 years.
Yeah.
And my sister just died of cancer in December of 2019. And when she had cancer, but she actually died from a massive blood clot to her heart. And she told me probably 2 weeks before she passed that dad was on a mountain with his hand out.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense because they're like this on the other side. And they just
Good.
have so much relief to be together. And
Mhm.
I don't know if you can see this. The hair is like literally this high off my arm. I just feel thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have so much gratitude for the way that mom is being cared for. And even if
Mhm.
you don't have a lot of direct influence in how that is implemented day to day, you and somebody else, you have a brother as well? Or
No, I have 3 more sisters.
okay, I was going to say a sibling of some sort because it's not just you. They're saying you and somebody else is helping to take care of her so that she's okay.
Yep, absolutely. And also, my daughter just moved away on Saturday too. So 3 hours away. So that's and
The
she's 23.
stress, hey? Whew. Here's the thing. So when you say that, I want you to know you're so funny. Your dad's like, you see why we're screaming mom, 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 mom. He's like, because we need to talk about the mom issues on multifaceted mom issues. So you, the mom issue, and about mom. And this is just another, it's a perfect example actually of how we can carry a vibration about something and it will start leaking out into all other areas of our life, right? So even if you just have a little bit of stress or worry about mom, then mom situations start popping up all over the place. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
The thing about when you talk about your daughter moving away, I do feel the worry or anxiety because I feel like there's a split in ideas, like almost like you think that this is not going to be good for her, and she thinks that this is going to be very good for her. Do you understand that split that I'm feeling here?
Yep.
And you know what your dad is saying? Sometimes you just got to let them fall so that they will ask for you to help them get back up. But if you are telling them, you can't do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, then if they fall, they're going to be like, screw you, I don't need your help.
Hmm.
If you just allow and support them and let them make a mistake and just be the soft place to fall, she's going to come back home if this doesn't work out for her. But I need you to know that I don't see her staying there permanently. There could be something about 3 or 4 years, maybe. But I do see her coming back or the two of you living closer. So even if that means you move there or her moving here, that's up for grabs as well. But it depends
Hmm.
what you decide to vibrationally create, right?
Okay.
I love that you're on this call because today seems like Spirit is all talking about the vibrational creation on how to let go of what we don't want and move towards what we do want.
Okay.
The interesting thing about your energy, Jenny, is that your dad and your sister are showing me this, which when I see the pinky finger, that's my symbol that you have more mothering and nurturing ability in your pinky finger than most people do in their whole bodies. And it is
Mm.
good parents that sit there and torture themselves about whether or not they're good parents. Bad parents don't do that, right? They don't care. You are
Right.
a great mom and you have done an amazing job up until now. And you just have to allow her to make her own mistakes because it is in those mistakes that we are able to reach and become who we really want to be, right?
Hmm.
It's kind of like you have to taste the peas to know that you don't like them, right? So
Yep.
if you can tell her all your life, you can't have those, you won't like them. You can't have those, you won't like them. But until she tastes it, she won't understand for herself. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. Yeah.
So letting her go and do something, that's the hardest thing a mother can do is try to support our children when they're making a decision that you think is not in their best interest. That's a hard place to be. And that's where your anxiety is coming from, right?
Hmm.
she's gonna be okay. They're not showing me exactly how it's all gonna go down because I just keep seeing everything flash because every single choice and decision you make leads to a new path or a new situation coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I do see that is inevitable is it's just a matter of time, 3, 4 years until you guys are reconnected again. Is she having a baby or is there something to do with baby, 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 baby? Because I'm seeing children around her.
She is going to be picking up her puppy, her baby, in 2 weeks. So
That's wonderful, but that's not what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing.
well, I don't know. She hasn't got it in her future, but she just moved in with a boy, so you never know.
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Your sister, she just goes, oh, now let's open up a can of worms, Tracy. She doesn't want her to have baby, or she doesn't want her to have babies with this boy. Is this the boy that moved her over there, that moved her out there?
Yeah, and you know what? He's a great guy. I mean, I said to her, when are you going to give me a grandchild? And she said, Mom, it's not going to happen for a while. But I said, whatever happens, happens.
Wow, there's definitely babies. That's why they're screaming, baby, 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 baby. You're right. See, you're a little bit psychic, hey? You are already implanting that vibrational reality of where you want her to go. Moms are naturals at this. We don't even realize what we're doing, but we're natural. You've already
Mm-hmm.
planted that seed, and this is the next stage. So all you got to do now is just get excited. See, I think that this is happening at a moment when she moves out here. Now it leaves that empty space here, right? There's that empty hole. And it's like, what am I supposed to do with myself now? All of my identity was wrapped up in this.
Mm-hmm.
She's over here. So that means there's something waiting for you. That means that there's something that's going to fill you with more purpose and passion and joy than you have felt in a long time. So,
That would be great.
so if you focus on being frustrated that she's not here anymore, you're not going to be able to find it. So all you got to do is just start getting thankful. So I want when you get up in the morning, I want you to get up with your feet raring to go and be like, woohoo, I don't know what's going to happen today, but God's bringing me something. Something's coming in my world that's going to feel joy and passion and excitement and purpose. I'm seeing crafting. Do you like do crafting or knitting or something like this?
I used to sew blankets, flannel blankets, but I haven't done none for a while, but I'm off work now. So yeah.
Something like this. It's a passion that you, or a hobby that you make into a little bit of extra money. And it's not because you need to do it for work, it's because you just love to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. You ever see how a lot of people will retire from their everyday slave jobs and then they get into retirement and they end up starting a whole brand new company or something of just things that they love to do. All of a sudden
Yeah.
that becomes like some multi-million-dollar company because they turned from working and doing using our energy into obligation and they put it into passion and they start doing what their joy is. And when you practice your joy every day, the money just flows and follows. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
Wow,
So
that's
your
nice.
daughter moving out of your physical reality right now is to allow you to give you the room to look over here where God has opened a door. And now you're going to start doing these other things that make you feel joy and passion and happiness. And that's going to bring in more money. Just so you know, there's more money
Sweet.
coming in. Are you retired?
No, I'm on a disability. I've got a bad foot.
Again, closing old doors because you're supposed to be focusing on passion and joy. That bad foot is actually your blessing in disguise. Do you see how that works?
Good. I hope so.
Um, I want to. Okay, so your sister is asking me to say something else here. Hold on. So she kissed your cheek and she wrapped her arms around you and she just hugged you. And I'm like, are you going to say anything? And she goes, you just need to let my sister know how much I love her. And I don't, and she's overemphasizing it. And so that gives me the sense that maybe she didn't say it enough here in the physical world. Or maybe you guys were not as close towards the end as you could have been. But she,
Oh, we were close. Yeah. She
okay.
died right here in my house.
Oh, interesting, because she's just, I love you, 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 I love you. And usually I see that if they didn't say it enough. Once in a while, it can be exactly what you said. If that's their personality, then that's how she
Yeah.
will bring it through. But she needs you to know that she's not gone. And she's like, you tell her that I've got a great name. I've got a great name. So I think she's telling your daughter to name her kids after her, but joking wise. And then she must have kids as well, does she?
Yeah.
Is there three?
No, her son is 30 and her daughter is now 15. She was only 13 when she passed. And then she has 2 grandchildren.
Is that from the son?
Yeah.
Has 2 grandchildren. Okay, so that's the 3 that I'm looking at. Hold on a second. She did it kind of like me. She has one older child and then like waited an entire lifetime and had another one. Hey,
You bet.
that's what she's like. Tell him thank you, because I feel like the son has stepped up for the younger child. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
She knows, and she's extraordinarily grateful. She's showing me the daughter's teeth. Does she have braces, or did she get
She
something
did.
just recently?
Yeah, she got them off about a year ago.
See, your sister? There's no way I could know this. Her mom is saying, tell my daughter how beautiful she is. Tell her how beautiful she looks. And then I'm seeing her planning prom. She's like, I'll be going to this dance. I'm going to graduation. Is this like grade 9 grad?
I don't know if they do a grade 9 grad up there or not, but
Is
she
she
is
in
in grade 9.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm seeing. It's like this younger, she's like, just let her know that mom is going with her and that she's not missing a single moment of her life. She thanked you for everything that you wrote for her. Did you write her a letter? What is this? I'm seeing letters, words. This is either a card or a letter, literally something that was written.
Oh, I'm not sure.
And now I'm seeing it engraved. Is her name, was she cremated?
Yes.
Is her name engraved on the urn?
She's in her horse's saddlebags still. She had a saddle pack, so she's in the saddle pack at my mom's still. So is my dad. And we will take her to the mountains one of these when we can get together. And that's where she spent most of her time riding, and that's where we'll take her.
Well, unless they have engraved it, then she's talking about something else, because I'm seeing thank you for what was written or engraved. So if this is not for you, she was, and the dead do say things in an order, right? So she was talking about her kids and whatnot. So it could be something they've done. All I know is she's being very specific. She's saying engraved. She's showing me thank you. I'm seeing the letters.
We just found out a couple days ago that she used to live a couple hours north of here, and Denelda, and they're having a great big Mother's Day memorial ride for her.
Yeah.
So there could be maybe a buckle or something.
Goosebumps everywhere. When you said that, do you know what I felt? The invitations and the write-up and the things going out. And this is what I love about Spirit, is that I don't know what they're talking about because I'm not in your life. But they won't let me. And if you go, no, I don't know, Spirit will be like, yes, now you're going to figure it out. And that's what she's talking about, because she was showing me around memorial, around her passing. That's why I thought it was an urn. Do you know what I mean? She's giving me the writing and the gratitude. So let them.
And we're going to let her go on that ride.
She'll be there. She just pushed you on the horse. Are you going on the horse as well?
I don't know if I can with this thing on my foot.
That's why she pushed you up. She said, stop visioning your obstacles and start visioning you getting up on that horse. See it happen, and then it will. But if you keep seeing the obstacle, you won't be able to get on there. See yourself riding that horse because she's going to help you energetically to get you on there.
Okay.
She said, you've got to be there. You will be there.
Oh, I'll be there. Yeah.
She's like, I love you. Oh, and she's like, no, 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 I'm with Dad. She's so cute.
If she would.
Oh, she's pulling her energy back. I don't know if this is her or if I'm switching over to somebody else, but I felt a big woof of cigarette smoke.
Dad.
Yeah.
That'd be Dad.
It's funny. It's also a piggyback here, right? So as they're pulling their energy back, I can see him smoking and I can smell that cigarette smoke. And then I'm seeing somebody over here coming in with the cigarette smoke around this lady as well. So I hope that was helpful.
It was great. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay,
Thank
I gotta
you.
put my glasses on for a second to see this. It is, what is your name, honey? Pat, what is your guest's name?
Hi, my name's Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany. Okay, so have you ever watched me read before, Tiffany?
Pat is my aunt. So I've watched your videos. She showed me your videos on like YouTube and Facebook, but this is my first time actually interacting with you.
Awesome. Well, it's nice to meet you, and you definitely have some strong spirit coming through here.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're joking about ha ha ha. It's a good thing we saved you for last, or you saved us for last. Otherwise, they dominate the whole thing. Their energy is that strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's important that you understand how I read because you have to understand that we have to work together. As you just saw, just because they're telling me what to say doesn't mean that I know why I'm saying it. It just means that they're talking to you, not me. Does that make sense?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So what I know for sure, see, they're synchronizing the darn cat. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna let him out so he doesn't meow. All right, you hear this? Hold on. All right, you want out? Go. Come on, don't bug me. Go.
We need
Sorry.
to record this, Tiff.
Huh?
Record.
Oh, yes. Do you want me to record this?
Yes, please. Both of us.
Okay. Let me just get my
Thank you, Tracy.
No problem. Ta-dum.
And then I will mute.
Participant. So Patricia can record and Tiffany can record. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to mute and step back now.
Awesome. All right. Okay. As I was saying. All right. So here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to sit with both feet flat on the ground. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Okay. So you have a bit of a puzzle dump coming through. Now, do you know what I mean by puzzle dump?
No.
So what I mean by puzzle dump is this beginning part is, I call it the puzzle dump because it's kind of like when you're building a puzzle, you have to dump out all the pieces and organize them to figure out how they fit together, right? When
Yeah.
you first do this connecting exercise, it's like there's this huge wash of information that comes over me, but I don't understand what everything means or how it fits together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe for you everything I'm seeing and feeling and picking up. And then we will go back and figure out how that fits together. Okay.
Okay.
The first thing that I'm there's two things I'm very aware of right off the hop is there is some grief or anxiety around this because there is a bit of distortion as I try to connect to that energy as strong as they are. I'm very aware that there is somebody who passed suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically before we would think of as their time, because they're coming through with white lighters all around them. White lighters are beings on the other side that are pure white light, and their job is to help souls heal. So typically, I will see them surround somebody who either takes responsibility for their passing, committed suicide, or whose passing was sudden, unexpected, or traumatic in such a way that there's a lot of healing needed for the person that passed or the people that are left behind. Definitely, I feel a male presence. I'm getting, okay, you know who this is already, don't you? I'm hearing daddy's hands. I'm just going to keep going. I'm hearing daddy's hands, which is my symbol for father figure, or somebody who's on dad's side of the family. But I can't tell if that's coming from this person or the people that are standing over here. Because you have, I feel like, extended family members that are stepping forward to talk and to help clear the grief and the anxiety away so that you can talk to whoever this person is. But because of that grief or anxiety, it's a little harder for me to connect to that into that energy until we start validating some of what they've given me. Do you understand? Who is this person that passed so quickly to you?
My boyfriend overdosed and died on Valentine's Day.
That's why, do you see me keep doing this?
Yeah.
This is my symbol for disfiguration, which means that my body did not look the way it was supposed to look when I passed, that there was something disfigured. Sometimes I see that with overdose because like the foam or the way that the mouth looks at the end. He's so strong here. Was this Valentine's Day? Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. And then he's like, that's my line, Tracy. That's my line. I am so freaking sorry. Only I got to tell you, he didn't say the FREAK. He said the other F word. I am.
Sounds like him. He's sorry.
He's like, I told you so is not strong enough. She told me so. She told me so. She told me so. I feel like I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar. Now, I think what he means by that is that you did not necessarily know about this habit beforehand, did you?
I know he was an alcoholic, and he knew how much I hated drugs, and I would always tell him, no, it's going to get you, something's going to happen to you one day. And I've been blaming myself a lot for
It
what
was
happened.
not your fault. It was absolutely not your fault. And I think that's why he's showing it to me as he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, because he's taking responsibility. You understand this? He's showing me my symbol for secrets and keeping things hidden. And I feel like this was in your relationship the whole time. He just
Really?
kept it hidden from you. He said, why do you think we had these? There's something about anger or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
This
he
would happen.
was,
And it happened since the beginning when you first met him. And you kept
yeah,
trying to help him with this, and you couldn't figure out why you couldn't help him with this.
yeah,
You had this secret addiction, sweetheart. That happened before you. That was long. That has nothing to do with you. You were the angel who tried to help him. You understand? He said, thank you so much. He just kissed your aunt's cheek and he said, thank you for giving me the opportunity to clear this air, because he does not want you to blame yourself for one more second. He said, that's bullshit. Excuse me. He keeps pulling things out of my library. Do you understand that?
yeah, he definitely had a trucker mouth on him.
I can tell because he's tried to get me to say the F word and now he got me to say the S word.
Um, does he know I still love him, and does he still love me?
Honey, he's talking about, were you guys only together for about a year? Something about a year.
On and off for like 5 years, and yeah, and then we're together steady for a year.
Because when you said, does he love me? He took me back a year and he said, I gave my everything because I loved her. And you knew that. And that's why you stayed. Even though it wasn't perfect, you knew he was trying harder than anything. And so you wanted it to be real. So you stayed. That is, he loved you as much as he knew how. but he wants you to up your definition of what the word love means, okay? So what he means by that is that you know how painful this is to lose somebody that you love so much, right? So that means that you have to be more choosy on who you let into your world, because you can't let people into your world that are going to take risks like this, because you don't deserve to be hurt like that, right?
No.
And he's taking responsibility for that. He's like, that is on me. I am so sorry. And I feel like it's a blessing, guys, because are you guys trying to have children?
Yeah, that was our plan.
And he said, you need to understand that the only way this would be worse is if you were pregnant, because then you'd be doing this on your own without me. And I have a client who's in that situation, honey. And let me tell you, you don't want that. And you know what? It's like you've heard, or well, maybe you haven't because you haven't listened to me all the time, but he's showing me my symbol for blessing in disguise again. And that every single tragedy and every single negative experience that we go through in this world teaches us something. And because you went through this relationship and you know the signs and the symbols to look for now, if you see somebody else coming into your world and behaving that way, even if they tell you they love you, and even if you know that they love you as much as they are capable of loving you, you have to be able to separate yourself from that and say, I know you love me as much as you are capable of loving me, but you can't love me the way that I deserve to be loved. And
Yeah.
wait until, and do not give your heart to anybody unless they can love you the way that you deserve to be loved. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just have one more question. Is he watching over me?
Yeah, babe. He's going to give you some validations here, but he's absolutely watching over you. That's why he's saying the things that he's saying, because he's going to be watching over you for a long time. He's going to help you get yourself sorted here in the physical world so that you can connect to the love that you want in your world. See, you asked God for babies and a love and a marriage and a family, and you were in a relationship with somebody that could not give those things to you. I call that the 5-lane highway. It's like driving in the far left lane going, please take me to Happy Town. And God goes, well, I'd love to take you to Happy Town. There's an exit coming up here for Happy Town, but you got to get over here in your far right lane. You can't get there from where you are. And we are as beautiful human beings we go, no, God, bring Happy Town to me. I'm not moving. I'm not making any changes. I'm not doing nothing. You got to cut off all those other lanes of traffic and bring the exit to me. And God's like, I can't do that. You have to move over here so that you can be in the position to take that exit. And because he loves you so much and they love you so much, they go bam, and they cause an accident right in front of you. And that might look like somebody dying. That might look like a tragedy. That might look like something bad happening. And when that happens, you go, arch, and you steer out of the way of the accident, right? And you come over here into this lane. And now God's like, perfect. Now you're in the right lane. Your exit's coming up.
One more question.
Hold on. Let me finish. This situation going on in your life is happening to direct you because there's somebody waiting to come into your life. Somebody who can give you the love that you wanted. Somebody that can give you the family that you wanted. But if you're focused over here with somebody that can't bring you those things, then you're never going to find them. So God closed that door so that you can find this person here. Before you say anything, he wants to give you a couple of validations, okay, to prove that he's still here.
Okay.
Because he said 2 things he keeps doing. He keeps taking your hair out and he goes, I like it better down. You tell her.
He does that, yeah. He's been doing that to me. Oh,
Has it been coming out? Do you know what?
yeah.
That's what he keeps doing. He's like, I like it down. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. And I think the only reason he's showing me that you have, what he's showing me is me when I get up on what I call a grunge day, a day that I don't have to work or nothing. I don't have to have a shower today. My hair's going up in a ponytail and I'm just kicking it, right?
Yeah.
And he said, that's great once in a while. But if you get too many days like that in a row, then you get to be depressed. Your energy goes down. And he said, that's enough of that. He's like, you are far too beautiful to get yourself into, to let that mood become a personality. Because if you carry a mood long enough, it then becomes your personality. And he said, that's bullshit. You have more personality in your pinky finger than most people do in their whole body. You have so much personality. And then you know what he shows me? He shows me that scene from Dirty Dancing. Have you ever seen that movie, Dirty Dancing?
A movie that was our favorite movie together.
That's why he's showing me this. So you know that scene where Patrick Swayze comes in and pulls baby out of the corner? Nobody
Yeah.
in the corner.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
he did for you. He said, nobody puts my baby in the corner. You got to shine your light, move forward. And then he just gave you the roses and he laughs and he's like, well, better late than never. Did you get, it's like one way to get that flowers on Valentine's Day. The way I'm feeling this is almost like he wasn't very good at giving you flowers or anything on Valentine's
No, he was not.
Day. He passed on Valentine's Day, so everyone gave you flowers. You see what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's one way to do it. I got you flowers on Valentine's Day, babe. He just wrapped his arms around you and gave you a huge hug, and he wants to remind you that he's not dead. He's not dead in the way that we think of. He's still here. He just doesn't have a physical body anymore. But he's communicating with you in the vibrational realm. And he said, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And I'm like, what do you can do? And he's like, well, she's got to go back to school. She's got to get this. She's got to get this. She wants this so that she can do that. So there's something about, if it's not, I don't know if it's an actual degree or something, but it feels more like a course or something. You know what he's
Yeah.
talking about?
I'm already a massage therapist and I want to go back to school to get my sports medicine.
There you go.
Telling me to
You
go
need
back.
do this. He said, you know what? You have no idea how proud of yourself and how amazing your energy is going to turn the amount of people. And just so you know, remember when I said there was a huge amount of people over here and I couldn't quite put them into focus? As soon as you said what did you, physical therapy or whatever?
Massage therapist.
No, that's what you're doing now, but you want to go to school for
Sports medicine.
there you go. That's it. Because when you say that, every time you say the word sports medicine, it's so funny as a medium how I see that. You say sports medicine, I see them highlight all the souls behind you. And then it goes dark again. Every time you say that word, there's a huge number of souls behind you waiting for you to get your shit together because they need your help. And their loved ones need your help. You understand? If this gentleman had stayed in your world any longer, he would have pulled you down. He's not gone. He's never going to totally leave you. But he said that it's time for you to focus on where you're going and let him show up vibrationally for you. And he's like, dear God, there's no such thing as coincidence. It does not mean random and fluke. It means cooperative incidences, and it is him talking to you. Every time you see a coincidence, that is his energy, your loved one's energy. There's a grandmother figure that's over there going, what? I don't get to talk now just because her boyfriend died? I get to say nothing. That's the way it goes. She's funny.
Yeah.
They're very much protecting you.
Awesome. So can you ask him if he put that, so there's a picture of me and my boyfriend saw a long time ago and we both really liked it, and that same picture's right outside my massage room. Was that a coincidence?
No, it's not well, yes, it is a coincidence, but what does coincidence mean? Does it mean fluke or random?
No.
It means cooperative incident, because spirit doesn't have a body to be able to physically move it there. So he inspires through vibration and thought and energy somebody else to do it, and it lines up there exactly when you need to see it. That is, and by the way, when you were talking about the picture, he's like, yeah, and tell her I want her to remember me like that because I was hot in that picture. Something about his hair. He liked his hair in that picture.
There's a picture, which I have lots of pictures of him. He does look hot in all the pictures, but anyways.
His hat
so
off. Does he have a hat in most of the pictures?
yes.
Because he took his hat off. He's like, I had such great hair. I just didn't appreciate it. He must
No,
be going bald or something. Like it was starting, even though he feels so young. Was it going like starting to recede?
no, he had a full head of hair. He was starting to go gray, which
That's it.
bugs him. Bugs him about it all the time.
That would be it. Cause that's what I was trying to like get a feel for. I'm like, why does he keep telling me he's got perfect hair over there? And he's like teasing you. Tell her it's perfect. Tell her it's perfect over here. Take the hat off. I had perfect hair. So he's got no more gray over there.
Nice.
And then he just wrapped his arms around you again. And A, he gave you a dog. And B, he helped you move. Are you moving coming up?
Not anytime. Well, probably soon because I just started my new job and I'm wanting to move. So
I'm seeing summer, just so you know.
yeah, that was kind of my plan.
That's him telling you in your head, you are receiving his energy, you're feeling him in thought. That's what that is. When you ask a question, he answers, but it sounds like thought. You're picking up his vibrational thought. And when you need to move, when I'm saying this, he's like, yeah, but as soon as I tell her that we're gonna move, she goes, I can't because of this and because of this and because of this and because of this. You have your list of restrictions all laid out. He's like, do you see what she's vibrationally creating, Tracy? How the hell are we supposed to move forward if this is what she's got on her list? That's her map. Put some new things on your map. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You forget about the restrictions. Let me tell you, God doesn't see restrictions, okay? I know nothing about business, not a darn thing. And yet, I've been vibrationally creating my THM center so long for like 2 years. I see every detail of it so clearly in my head that God sent a contractor to my door to sit down on my couch and offer me the money to build it up and give me 4 months free rent along the way.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to know how you're going to get from A to B. All you got to do is picture yourself living in B and let your boyfriend, let God, let your loved ones, our non-physical loved ones, show up with their energy and guide you towards your goals and where you want to go. All you got to do is ask for where you want to go, not focus on what is stuck. So when you want to move, when you say, I want to move, don't add in there. You heard me saying earlier, tell a different story, right?
Yeah.
So stop telling that story of your restrictions. Start telling the story of, I am moving. I don't know when because I've got to have all of these things line up for me. But as soon as those things line up for me, and I know they're lining up for me because he's working on it. He already told me that. And God's working on it. As soon as they line up, I'm moving. Woohoo! This is exciting. And the second that you get your emotional vibration and your mental vibration to connect in the same spot, now God starts showing up with the physical manifestations of that vibrational work. Does that make sense?
That does. I have one more question. Was it an accident?
He didn't mean to die, I'll tell you that. He didn't mean to. It's one of those situations where it feels like to me that it's a tolerance thing. So it really feels like to me that if he used to have this habit so much worse, and then I don't do it for a while because I'm really trying to clean up my life. Like when he was going back 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, when you say that that's when you guys really gave it a very strong effort. I feel like back then is when he really tried to leave those addictions in the past. And maybe he was successful for a little while,
Yeah.
but he wasn't happy. There's a difference.
Yeah, no, I know that.
And so then when he did the drugs again, he did the same dosage that he used to do. Which
Oh, so it was an accident.
It was an accident. His body was not prepared to be able
For
to
that.
handle that level. But his mind created such a deficit. I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it. It's kind of like, if you're extraordinarily hungry, you eat too much. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean, it's one of those situations. He took too much.
Okay.
And I do feel a lot of responsibility around, and a little bit of humiliation in where I was found, or how I was found, or how this went down.
Yeah.
Understand that?
Yeah.
He's like, but just know that I'm here right now and that we are going to connect again. What's in April?
It's our anniversary.
Don't forget to communicate with him on April, or in April on your anniversary. Instead of dreading that day, I want you to plan something for you and him to do that day, and let
Okay.
him show up for you in spirit. It won't be the same as physical showing up, of course, but you will see something beautiful, like coming out of the washroom and seeing his picture right there, or like, who knows, somebody will walk up and give you flowers. I don't know. When the dead say they're going to show up for you, they do it in such a way that there is no denying it was them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. One more thing. Is he gonna wait for me when I get up there a long time from now?
Is he going to wait for you?
Yeah, is he gonna be there waiting for me?
He will absolutely be there. I mean, he's not going to reincarnate until you and everybody else he loves gets up there. The rest
Okay.
of he's still alive. He's not dead, right? He's just invisible now. But the
Yeah.
rest of his time is still invested in the people that he loves. So even though he's in vibrational form, for the rest of your physical lifetime, he will be watching over you and his loved ones and trying to help in the vibrational way as much as he can. And then when everybody is on the other side, we will all plan a new adventure together. You might be the dad in the next one. You might be the sister. You might be, who knows? We all get together and plan these adventures together to help us evolve, to help each other evolve, and to create ourselves. And in this world, that's the whole point of life, right? Is we get to take our spiritual body, our soul, which is invisible because it vibrates so fast that you can't see or touch it. It's non-physical, right? And that is to come into the physical, in the physical body, and create. This is what it's about, is creation. So he's absolutely going to help you create. But I don't think he's going to be the first face that you see, because, I mean, he will be there when you want to see him. But there is somebody else coming into your world that you are going to love, that I can feel that you are married for many, many years. I'm seeing like
I just kind of started seeing someone, so maybe that's it.
He's not giving me any hints on that one yet, but I do know that there is somebody close enough in your vibrational field that I can feel him. And I feel you married for many, many years. But I guess this happens quicker depending on how focused you are on where you're going, or if you're focused on being stuck. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get unstuck now.
You're getting unstuck. You are moving forward. So let's take the word stuck right out of it, because stuck just always keeps you stuck, right? Use
Yes.
the words that you want to see in your world. So I am learning to move forward. I am getting better and faster at this every single day. And now that he is helping me in the vibrational world, well, I know he loves me, so I know it's going to get even faster.
Yeah.
He's very proud of you. He said, do this for me too, because he just was never strong enough to be able to create the life that he wanted. So he's exited the physical life so that he can help you create that life. And as he helps you create the life that you want and you deserve, he still gets the emotional rewards from that. Whereas if he had stayed here in the physical world, that sickness would have just sucked him down even more, and he would have depleted from your life instead of adding to it. So this is his way of helping you in the only way he could. Does that make sense?
It does.
Please know, as he's pulling his energy back, he's like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And Pat, he's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't think you knew this guy very well, or if you did, that you didn't like him, because he's
Love
showing.
you too, Joel. I love you too.
No, I'm talking to Pat.
Tracy, I never met
Oh
him.
no, I was talking to Joel. Because this used to be our room. Sorry.
That would make sense because he's showing me the handshake, which is my symbol for either meeting for the first time or making peace. Right? So I'm like, either you never met him or you didn't like him because he's either
didn't
making
meet him.
peace or greeting you.
I never met him.
He's
No.
thanking you for giving her this opportunity.
She's my girl.
He loves
Thank you, Auntie Pat.
I love you, Tiff.
Oh,
And
God.
this is the lady that you need to listen to. She's helped me so much.
I hate to see you cry.
It happens when you talk to Tracy.
I'm used to it.
I know. She made me cry too.
I think I'm still single. I make people cry everywhere I go.
No, thank you.
It's
I
like-
really, it did help a lot. Like a lot.
That's awesome.
Awesome. That's what it was supposed to do, and I knew it would.
Thank you, Auntie Pat.
I
All
love
right,
you,
you
Tiff.
guys, I'm gonna let Spirit pull their energy back. I'm going to upload this to YouTube and to my website. It might take a little time. I gotta do the tarot one first. And yeah, thank you guys for coming today. And just out of curiosity, do you guys like this way better than the
Yes.
YouTube?
Yes.
Shit?
Yes.
Better, hey?
It's cool.
Way better.
Awesome.
Way better. Yeah.
All right, you
Yeah.
guys, I will see you next week. Actually, no, on Saturday.
Love you,
Okay.
Tracy.
Love you guys too.
Next one's for me.
Nice meeting
Okay.
you.
Bye.